I'm in one of the world's oldest living cities. This is Varanasi. It's rightfully called the spiritual capital of India, and central to this city is the mighty Ganges River.
Mother Ganges is one of the holiest river for Hindu religion, and the Hindu people believe that if anyone will have a bathe into the Ganges river, their all sins will wash out. The Hindu people called it Mother Ganges because the mother always take care of their son.
The Ganges is like a lifeline, like an artery of Indian culture. People do their laundry, hotels like clean some of their sheets and hang them up to dry. People wash it, and people are swimming, like doing laps. There's like kids like diving down and looking for coins that have been thrown in for good luck. Coming here and observing how busy the river is, you can see that a lot gets released into it, which probably means it's quite polluted. How do you feel about swimming?
We are talking about the Hindu religion, so we will not believe the Ganges river is polluted. And sometimes the people have a bathe into the river, and the water, they can drink it. This city is dedicated to Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva is the destroyer of the universe.
So as the city of Lord Shiva, what happens here?
People are cremated here because we have a 2 cremation ground, and after the cremation we take the ashes from there and release into the Ganges river. By doing that, we can break the recycle path.
In the West, death is kind of a bit of a taboo subject. We don't talk about it very much, and we certainly don't do our funerals in public.
Actually, we are talking about Hindu religion, so we are performing the cremation in open area so that the people can know about the truth of life.
So going to the cremation ground was really interesting. Thought it might be confronting, seeing, dead bodies being cremated out in the open. And there's no grief, which is really odd for us, right? There's no one crying, there's no one upset. This is a normal part of life. Like, it definitely changes your perspective. And people, they believe in the 5 elements, so it has to be out in the open sky. They have to get a holy fire. They can't bring their own flame. And we met the lady that is the keeper of this holy flame, and it's in her family for generations, and she's pretty fierce, very gentle but pretty fierce. And so we went to her house and they were like, no, she's not here. Sorry, she's gone away for a few days. And then we asked her son, well, maybe would you explain why people use a special flame? And all of a sudden this like little boss woman just struts into the room, and we're like, oh no, we're being shut down, we're gonna have to leave, we've been inappropriate. And then she like sits on the bed and arranges herself. Why is this one flame so special? Why do people not bring their own fire?
सतयुग से चला आ रहा है कलयुग तक, यही से पीढ़ी चली आ रही है.
So it's your job to keep the flame alive.
नहीं, हम लोग कहते हैं कि डरो मत, यही गति तो सबका होगा. उसको तो निश्चित है कि उसको जाना है, वहाँ रहेगा नहीं. हम भी आज या कल जब भी आ जाएगा चले जाएगी. जिसका अंत हो, जैसे भी या जैसे भी मरे.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Thank you. So I think this is a city where, while it's about death, this is where you'll learn about life.
Sadhus are one of the holiest person in Hindu religions, and this city is dedicated to Lord Shiva, so they are devotee of Lord Shiva. They are painted their body with the white colors. That is not color, that is the ashes. They took it from the cremation ground. And also sometimes we can see sadhus having one kind of tobacco. We call it ganja.
Does everyone else smoke, or it's not okay?
Only the sadhus. If anyone others are having ganja in front of the police, they will catch it and send the prison.
I lit my lamp to take it down to the river Ganges and release it to say goodnight and pray. Blessed me with holy water and just disappeared into the crowd. All like in this process of, gratitude for the river. And then they have this festival every night called the Aarti Festival, the ceremony of saying goodnight to Mother Ganges and thank you for the day, and pretty much we'll see you tomorrow. It's really beautiful, and we just got swept, like the river. Festival of colour and sound and incense and candles. And it really does overtake you, and you get lost when the hours go by. And I was looking for somewhere to sit, and there was just these beautiful women in very vibrant coloured saris, like a photograph, a postcard. And it was right in the middle of them, and she got part of her sari and she just laid it over my head, and the whole aarti, which goes for a long time, I was one of them. They just included me. The colours, you want to eat them. They're so juicy, so rich, because it is crazy and full on. And you're walking, you got to watch your step, and then there's these women. And they're so elegant and beautiful, and they're in the most vibrant coloured saris you can ever imagine, and they always look $1 million. I wanted to see the silk being woven. We went to this little part of town, and it was like walking into another country. And there's a Muslim call to prayer, and it's like this soundtrack. Like the little alleyways, and you can hear this gadunk, 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 gadunk. We're kind of getting these little glimpses through these shuttered windows, and we walk through the first door, and I can't even explain the machinery. It's like spider web, you know. It's like it's thinner than my hair. But just seeing it like coming to life, this is more intricate than I could have ever imagined, and I think we take this kind of artisanship for granted. And like one of the strands broke and everything stopped, and the guy immediately went and found which one of the 100 bolts of silk it was coming from, tied it up and continued. We come to another place, and this is where they are making patterns. Cardboard pattern with hole punches in it. To make a beautiful like eagle or a lotus. Then we went around to the next little place, and it was like a pulsing, pumping room. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen, honestly. It stumps you, right? There's 1.2 billion people in this country. And there's all these paradoxes, but everyone lives kind of seamlessly. And I actually think that when you break it down and meet the people here, you realise how open-hearted they are, how accepting they are, how curious they are about you, about other people, how much they just want to know you. And I think that that might be why they're so peaceful, why they can live with such paradoxes all in one place quite seamlessly, and weirdly, kind of in an organised chaos. And I think it's their open-heartedness that allows them to do that.